Shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on, serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you believing sisters, keep supporting the truth. And always remember the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet in the scriptures. I want to read the scripture, then when I pull off, I want to discuss it. I really could read verses 1 through 3, and y'all could, but I want to read verse 2. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. Let thy words be few. I want y'all to remember that phrase. Because we have too much... Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. We have too much talking going on in Israel. We have too many brothers discussing other brothers. One thing I always say, a rule of thumb is, keep men names out of your mouth. Because the more you speak on people's business, the more you put people's business out there, the less you can say you're really spiritual. Because what are you discussing other people's business for? Like, you don't have your own skeletons in your closet. But just to give you a real practical example of what I'm talking about, because what I'm really talking about is football. And why do I say that? This video is not about Shedeur Sanders, but it just goes to show how people that talk a lot tend to screw themselves out of blessings. Here it is. Some of the ESPN analysts was saying that Shedeur Sanders possibly can go first in the first round. First in the first round. You know what that means? That means top-notch contracts and a lot of fanfare and a lot of shit. No, instead, the NFL decided, and it could have been collusion, it could have been every single because you got to understand, these owners, they talk among themselves. So, he's over here talking about, oh, I changed 2 franchises. If you want to change your franchise, pick me. If you don't want to change your franchise, don't pick me. His father talking about, oh, the last name Sanders is what's gonna cause him to have a lot of difficulty, and everybody hates on us. They're just like cowgirl fans. They think everybody hates them when they don't. Nobody hates them. They just hate y'all talking. But truth of the matter is, they talk too damn much. Them Sanders, that Sanders family, father and son. His son. What else he said? He said some other bullshit. Oh, do you know who my daddy is? Like, who gives a fuck who your father is? Your father hasn't played a snap in the NFL in probably 20 years plus. It's like what they do is pretty much what a lot of Israelites do. You come across like you're big time, and in order to live up to that big time fake status you put on yourself, you lie and you exaggerate and you make it look like, oh, the reason why they hate us is the last name. No, it's the talking. If you be quiet, you'll find that the hatred that you think is there is really, it disappears. As long as you're quiet, nobody hates you. And then you got stupid ass people of our people who turned it into a fucking race thing. Don't you think the NFL owners was gonna already anticipate the shitstorm created by him turning into, or people turning that into a race thing? You know, it's a lack of maturity, honestly. When it all boils down to it, it's just a lack of maturity. You know, these grown-ass men sitting here talking, exaggerating how great they were. Yeah, they were great. They weren't that great. I mean, not for all the talking. You talk like you're basically the Lord. That's how they're talking. They're talking like they can walk on water. You know? But yeah, a fool is known in his multitude of words. Like, this applies to the scriptures. A lot of you brothers out here talking too damn much are blocking your blessings. A lot of you brothers out here talking too much are creating fodder for these YouTube accounts that come against brothers to come up against you and have substance to talk about. You know, I try not to give nobody shit. You have to be very strategic in what comes out of your mouth. Pause. What you say, you have to try to you have to look at it like you're in court. And what you say can and will be used against you. So if you speak a lot, you're giving your enemies a wide net to cast. And that's what happened with Shedeur. That's why a guy that could have went first round, first overall, went 5th round and like 5th or 6th overall in that round. Not overall, in that round. A big time talent. I mean, if you actually look at the mechanics and everything, it's there. But the arrogance is there too. You know, coaches, at least 2 coaches came out of the meeting saying that he made them feel belittled. You don't do that. How the fuck are you the player? And this is what teams are gonna get. A guy who belittles the coaches. I am not jealous of Kevin Stefanski right now. But we'll see how that turns out. But in the meantime, it's a lesson for Israel to learn is shut the fuck up, stop talking too much. You know, let thy words be few, speak very little. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.